It seems it takes a certain kind of person to do what you're doing, Mr. Jadowski. A person willing to do the right thing. And, between you and me, thank you. He seems very stressed about what's happening. Look, everybody turned their head to look at me. That's kind of freaky a little bit. This art isn't helping, and I'll be honest, the audio has been progressively getting louder in my ear, so... Hello everybody, my name is Dandy, or Harrison, with KeySmashStudios, and today we're delving in and checking out another dope indie game from itch.io. This one is called Flutter, a game inspired by the music of Lightpath. I was looking through, and there's a lot of horror titles that always end up near the top of the popular page on itch.io, and if anybody's watched, I've played a lot of them. I've played a lot of games as they've rotated through popularity on itch.io, and a lot of them have been very scary. But today, I saw this, and I love this kind of pixelized art style, and I love the way the clouds look, and I love the lighting and the color scheme, and I thought, let's give something new a try. So this is apparently a short story-based narrative that hopefully will kind of entertain us and maybe get us feeling some things. So, as I said earlier, right off itch.io, I just launched a game. I've never touched this before, so I'm going to dive in, and we're going to see what's going on. Let's figure this out. So, really beautiful title screen. I love this art style. Like, it's so simple, but it has such a strong emotion to it. Alright, you already up? Yeah, I've overslept. Only by like a few minutes. And since you're already a little late, you might as well be really, really late. I'd love to, but does it really matter now? Listen to the radio. It's all going to shit, Mike. When was the last time anyone heard any good news? Your job won't mind. Besides, I'm sure your boss also has been in, you know. I'm not sure that he ever has. But you don't understand. Today is important. What are you talking about? Just work stuff, but I wish I didn't have to go. Then don't. Stay with me. Fuck 'em. Mike, you're trembling. It's just nerves. Important work stuff, remember? Like, I love it. Look at my little jacket. Sorry, I kind of got the sniffles, by the way, today. So, Laura, it's alright. There is still time. We can talk when you get back. I love you. What? I'm sorry. What? No. You can't just say a thing like that and leave. Goodbye, Laura. Damn, maybe that wasn't... I like the love option. Man, like, such simple scenery, you know? But like the particle effects and the blowing clouds give it so much energy. It's so quiet these days. Yeah, I guess. Did you hear? The last one died during the night. They kept it in a sterilized glass cage, trying not to contaminate it. Didn't help, of course. Too little, too late. Imagine that, the last one. It's strange what you don't miss until it's gone. I guess it's just another thing to get used to. But I've heard I've heard about their solution. They won't say what it entails, but it sounds like a sucker's game to me. Poor sods. I've been around for a long time, son. There are no solutions. You know what they say about the road to hell. But what I wouldn't give to hear their song just once more. Alright, so something's gone. Something important's gone. I could harbor a guess, but that's no fun. Let's figure it out together. This game's soundtrack is wonderfully eerie, too. It kind of reminds me of Journey for the PlayStation 3. Hello, macho security guy that I am much taller than. I work at Matau, I guess. Matau. Hey, I have an appointment here today. I'm Mike Jadowski. I know. We're all ready for you. Great. Is it just me? I thought there would be others. I fear recruitment has not been as successful as we had hoped. It seems it takes a certain kind of person to do what you're doing, Mr. Jadowski. A person willing to do the right thing. And, between you and me, thank you. He seems very stressed about what's happening. Look, everybody turned their head to look at me. That's kind of freaky a little bit. This art isn't helping, and I'll be honest, the audio has been progressively getting louder in my ear, so I can hear nothing. Boy howdy. Oh my god, that's a big clock. How can you be late with a clock like that? Easy to keep your time. Jadowski! Just call me Mike. You okay, Mike? You really have to ask? Fair point. And what about her? Wait, how did you... Oh, of course you do. Well, if you know about her, then you might as well use her name. Lara. I trust you didn't break the NDA for her. She suspected something was up, but no more than that. You sure you didn't tell her anything? Yes, I'm sure. Concerns were raised, Mike. Not by me. I'd like to think I'm more understanding than the folks at the top. But your contract dictated. I read the damn contract, dude. Then you also know why it said not to continue personal relationships, but I'm sure the reasons are obvious to you now. It's not like it matters now. It still matters. Everything matters. Isn't that why you are here? You should go, but before you do, just open the door. Fine. Goodbye then, Mike. Goodbye. Am I going to die? What's with the big vault doors into the abyss? The very bright abyss. Oh hey, a machine of some kind. Oh, I'm naked as heck now. Mr. Jadowski, welcome. Thanks. Are you prepared? As well as anyone can be, I suppose. Ah, of course. Before we begin, I just want to say we are sorry. We didn't realize. Not before it was too late, anyway. We only did what they told us to. I understand you must be bitter. In a just world, it would be us going into the machine, and not you. But it is out of our hands now. Maybe together we can right this wrong, so that we may hear their flutter once more, sounding like birds. Among green leaves and blossoms sweet. I can't read. The world might never learn what you did for us today, but we will never forget. Thank you, and good luck. Just big ol' naked Mike going into the giant scary machine. Alright, let's see what this is. It looks like the Captain America machine, like they're about to make me into a super soldier, but I have a very doubtful feelings about that. Okay, so we are being shaken to death in the rumble. Oh god. Whatever this machine is, it is a vibrating. It is a... Are they transforming me into something, I wonder? It's what it seems like. We're taking my life to create something. Either way, it definitely does not seem like I'm going to get to go back to bed with Laura. Maybe telling her I love her was a rough thing to do, although I guess if you were going to die, why not get it off your chest? Oh, now it's Flappy Bird? So they turned me into a bird. All the birds somehow died out, so they used humans and some crazy machine to make another. Oh, that is so trippy. Is the game just over here? Because right now I'm just fluttering and flying. Oh, so I can't go too far up. Let's see how far down I can go. Okay, so there are limits. I can. It's screen bound. Oh. And as per the norm, this game just decided to jump right back to my desktop. So here we are. Well, yeah, that was really cool. The soundtrack was great. I could have probably adjusted the volume down a little bit because it sounded like the audio got progressively louder, but that could have been to build a sense of intensity. A lot of times game audio adjusts its intensity depending on how emotional it wants you to feel or how far into the game state you are. So in this game, considering it was kind of me working towards apparently being transmogrified into a bird, the audio increasing was probably a signifier of the intensity it was trying to make you feel, like the emotional strain for the character. I thought it was really cool, honestly. Even though, you know, the narrative was super short and it only gave you about 4 or 5 minutes to try to connect with this character before he was changed, it definitely did well to help build a relationship with your person. Sorry, like I said, I'm all sick and stuffy and ugh. But it was a really cool game. I really, really liked the, whatchamacallit, the soundtrack. I like the style. That pixel style is great. It was very ambient, so I liked it a lot. So it's a super cool game. I'm gonna obviously link it in in the description under the video because I think y'all should check it out. The soundtrack's really cool. If nothing else, just to kind of experience it yourself would be really neat. Again, it's on itch. It says it's by August Hawkinson. I might not be pronouncing that right. I'm terrible at name pronunciations half the time. But it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. And yeah, I think audio design is hugely important for games. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I am in love with the game called Journey. I actually have a poster for Journey right there on my wall, signed by the entire staff. Super great people. I had a friend. I wasn't actually there to meet them, but they did a concert, and the staff, the music workers and a lot of people from the game were there, and so a friend of mine got me the poster and got it signed, and it's just absolutely one of my favorite games ever. It's so emotionally driven, and there's no text at all if you've never played Journey. It's all audio driven. It's all driven by the emotions of the game, the movements of the character, and the sounds and music and audio that are displayed. It's such a powerful game that I highly recommend it to anybody who gets a chance to play it. And that game did that really well. The soundtrack was super, I'd say, gloom. Like, right from the beginning, I knew something was wrong. I knew this wasn't a story that was going to end with rainbows and smiles. I knew there was a struggle that they were trying to portray. And the audio really, really helped bring that along. Not only the character dialogue, not only the very eerie backdrop with the wind and the silence of the world, but like the audio of the music audio helped a lot. So I feel like I'm talking in circles, but it was very well designed and very fun. And again, it was called Flutter. Check it out if you get the chance. And yeah, until then, thank y'all so much for watching. It was an absolute joy to record, and I hope to see y'all for the next indie video we do. Thank you, and bye-bye.